The activity report allows you to customize the report to suit your needs. You may view TCNs by either dispatch or TDR status, or even view open tally sheets. You can also narrow the data on your report with other selection criteria. First, let's look at all TCNs. This type of report could be used to show you all of the TCNs that have been processed in your warehouse for a given date or even for all dates. To begin, we'll select Receive Activity Report. You may choose to view freight, small packages, or both. For this example, we'll choose freight. Next, we'll choose all consignees, all carriers, and all transfer points. If you have specific needs for your report, you would make your selections accordingly to include only the specific consignees, carriers, and transfer points that you need. The Sort By section is used to organize your report by what is important to you. For this example, we'll choose to sort by transfer point. Next, you may select a specific date or a range of dates to suit your needs. We will select all dates. Since we want to view all TCNs on this report, we will select all TCNs next. You have the option to choose selected TCNs and highlight just the TCNs that you need. We will explore some other options later in this lesson. The final selection is report type. You may choose detail, summary, or grand totals. Because this report could contain a large amount of data, we'll select summary for the report type. Select the preview button to generate your report. This may take a few moments. Note that your selection criteria will appear at the top of the report. The summary will show your totals sorted by transfer point. Previewing this report will allow you to see how many pages it is before you print it. If you have several transfer points, this report would be longer. You may now use the print icon to print your report. Now, let's take a look at the TCNs that have been dispatched. Just like before, you would choose your selection criteria to suit your needs. In this example, we'll choose both small packages and freight. Next, we'll choose the selected consignees and highlight the consignees that should be included on this report. Of course, you could choose all consignees if you wanted a total picture. Next, choose all carriers. If you wanted to limit the report to only certain carriers, you could do so by highlighting them like we did for consignee. We will choose all transfer points. If you wanted to see what was dispatched from a particular transfer point, you could select the specific transfer points instead. Next, we will choose how we want to sort the report. In this case, we'll sort it by date. Next, we'll select all dates and dispatched TCNs. Finally, we'll choose a detailed report to show you what it looks like. Please note that if you have a large amount of data, this report could be hundreds of pages long. Normally, a summary or a grand total format would be the best option. Click on Preview to view the report. Again, the report criteria is listed at the top, and you can see detailed information about each TCN that has been dispatched for our selected consignees. You can also pull a report for undispatched TCNs. Using the same selection criteria as the last report, change the radio button next to Dispatched TCNs to select Undispatched TCNs instead. For the Sort By option, we'll select Consignee. This shows you which consignees still have undispatched items. Once you've selected Undispatched TCNs and Sort By Consignee, click on Preview and your report will be displayed. If you get a message instead stating that no data matches your criteria, then you can go back and broaden your search by selecting all consignees, for example, instead of narrowing it down. If the message still pops up, then that means that all of your TCNs have been dispatched. We can also use the activity report to see which tally sheets are open or what hasn't been signed for yet. This can show you what may still need to be delivered or picked up, or possibly closed out manually if the items have been delivered without a signature. For the selection criteria, you would most likely choose both freight and small packages, all consignees, all carriers, and all transfer points. If you need to narrow your selections, you can choose different options like we did earlier in this lesson. For the Sort By option, selecting consignee would probably be the most helpful, although you may choose the best option for you. For the date, you may select all dates or a specific date or range of dates. For the report type, we'll select detail so we can get the specifics on each item. Click on Preview to generate the report. Finally, you can use the activity report to track down TDRs or transportation discrepancy reports. You can pull a list to see which TCNs either require a TDR or have an open TDR. Use the selection criteria to get the info you need. In most cases, you'll want to do a complete search without narrowing down your options. This will return all the TDR info. If you need to narrow the search, you can do so by selecting a specific date or consignee. Otherwise, select both freight and small packages, all consignees, carriers, transfer points, and all dates. Choose a sort format. In this example, we'll sort by TCN. Next, choose TDR required. This will show you the TCNs that were flagged for discrepancy. Select a detailed report and preview. Your report will be displayed. If you see a message stating that no data matches your criteria, then that means that no TCNs are flagged for discrepancy. If you need to see which TDRs are still open, you can go back to the activity report screen and select TDR Open and then Preview. Unless all of your TDRs are complete, your report will pop up on the screen. There are many other uses for the activity report besides the ones that we've described. You can spend some time selecting different buttons and previewing the reports to find a report that works best for you. The best thing about the activity report is that it's highly customizable so that you can easily tailor it to suit your needs. When you are done creating reports, you may select Cancel to return to the main screen.